Your hair is a part of you, a key part of you, so it should represent who you are. Grooming your hair is just as important as grooming any other part of your body. And so naturally you need to oil it, you need to wash it, you need to care for it, you know.
I have a very interesting guest on set because she was the epitome of a hot girl, a party girl. But now she's like a real Rasta girl. Yeah, Carice is here. Carice?
I don't know about the epitome of a party girl part, but...
You are a hot girl.
Okay.
that even feels uncomfortable right now.
I never labeled myself as a hot girl, but alright. When I was a youth, I would go out and I would wear my short dress here and there. And eventually now it changed into you know, being a little bit more reserved and conservative, and I moved towards that. But I was never the extreme dresser when I went out, because I grew up with a mom who is very strict, you know, Christian, had her values. And so I was always a little bit reserved, even with the sexiness and the party outfit, so to speak.
But you're like the opposite of what we've been discussing on the show, because now we have Rastafari women being more relaxed. But now you have entered the faith and more conservative. Walk me through that journey.
The journey to conservatism through Rastafari is that once you come to see self as a queen, you know, you see Empress Menen as the example, and you watch how Empress Menen carries herself, you watch how even His Majesty carries himself, and so you are aware too that you are royalty, you're African royalty, who's just incarnated in Jamaica in this time, and so you carry yourself as a queen and an empress. And then the journey has also taught me that an empress and a queen can also wear shorts if she's comfortable in that. If she's in tights and a top and she's comfortable in that. I mean, I practice yoga, so I'm going to wear tights and a top, but you can still do that and be conserved or reserved, you know, have on a shawl or have on something over it. So it is just understanding. It's always knowing self and just manifesting self and representing the self as best as possible.
Minka mentioned she would wear a long t-shirt or a long tights to the beach. Do you do that now?
Whenever
Will
I
you
go
be in
to
a two-piece now on the beach?
Yeah, man, I still wear a swimsuit. Like, people need to know that Rasta wear swimsuit too. So I still wear my two-piece or I wear my one-piece. And yeah, if I go into the beach, I go and be in my shorts or my dress or my skirt. I might be in yoga pants. So whatever the day calls, whatever my spirit tells me to wear at any given time, that is the main thing that guides me. Nothing that anybody else has dogmatically said that this is the way to Rastafari.
There are so many categories now. When I was trying to get guests for this show, I realized there are so many categories, types of Rasta.
Yes.
Why is that?
Well, there are different mansions of Rastafari, because like any other cultural or spiritual realm, there are always different essences of it. So the Rastafari community has different mansions, just like how in the church you will have different denominations. You know, you have the Baptist, you have the Catholic, you have the Anglican. Within the Rastafari mansion now, you have the 12 tribes of Israel, you have the Nyabingi, you have the Bobo Shanti, and you have the Ethiopian Orthodox Church that was actually brought to Jamaica by His Majesty. So therefore you have Rastafaris in that space. And you also have ones in this time who will just say, I'm Rastafari and I'm not akin to any mansion, because right now I would not say that I'm locked into any mansion. I have gone through the journey and I have shared time and space, but I am just Rastafari.
Do you wear makeup now? How do you dress now?
How do I dress now? Even when I used to go to parties, I did not wear a lot of makeup. My makeup would always be subtle somewhat. So eventually the journey brought me towards more naturalness. And so I stopped wearing makeup for quite some time. However, there's also a case where if I have something to do, for example, if I'm doing a shoot or something professional and I need to wear makeup, then I'm also fine with that. So I am pretty flexible.
How important is the image, the outward appearance, as it relates to being a Rastafari woman?
There's no such thing as the image of a true Rastafari woman, because Rastafari is livity firstly. So livity means yourself and how you want to live now that you have taken this on. So I will be one of them to say that a lot of these males who speak about the women, they're very hypocritical, because the very thing that they say that they want the females to dress like, if you check many of them and and look at their queen is not attired that way. So there's a lot of down perceivedness that comes with some of the labels that these people put on people, and I don't subscribe to that. I think that everybody is free, whether you are a Buddhist, whether you are Islam, whether you're a Rastafari, whatever you choose to hold on to, you are free to do that. So I don't think there's any way for a Rasta woman to dress. So my issue would more be to a man, what is it about you that when the woman is attired this way that makes you behave that way? You understand? You need to check yourself. But people are free, man. I have it that people free. A woman can be in a little ride and a little top, and she a Rasta and her livity irie, and she's more upful than an next woman who is in the longest of skirts and the longest of blouse and her head is wrapped. So you cannot end up just taking on the physical of anything. I would more look towards the manifestations.
Don't have a dread to be a Rasta.
Your hair is a part of you, a key part of you, so it should represent who you are. Some of the ladies like sister locks. I personally know that I didn't like that, so when I was doing my locks, I didn't go that way. And then over time, I've ended up even joining some of my locks now just based on a natural manifestation. There was a time that I stopped going to the hairdresser, I'll tell you that much. Hadn't gone for years and would just do certain grooming on my own. But then too, the journey teaches you that grooming your hair is just as important as grooming any other part of your body. And so naturally you need to oil it, you need to wash it, you need to care for it, you know. So whatever you deem fit, if you want to put a comb in your locks or a brush in your locks, it's your business. If you don't want to do it, it's also your business. I just have it that people are free, you know, free to do and be, and I live in that freedom.
But we have it that way, but I think a lot of religion, a lot of cultural practices limits us and try to control us.
Definitely.
Because you will have persons looking on and say a Rasta shouldn't enter Miss Jamaica. It's a big thing that a Rasta won or got that far because of you need to be royal. But I think being exposed on that platform is some level of royalty.
Of course it is. Of course it is. People are free. People just need to allow people to manifest and manifest, as I like to say as well, in their freedom and just be and express themselves. It's very shallow to just judge somebody by their appearance. That's the first thing. And I will also say on the other hand that your appearance also says a lot about who you are, you know. But more than anything else, if you're going to hold on to anything about anybody, it should be by their actions, not by the words that they speak. Because many people talk and they don't do. So all that matters to me is doing and being. So if you are royalty, you will always do and be royalty. And you also have to be aware of the times. So I am very respectful of the cultural norms in the Rastafari mansions. Whenever I visit any of them, I do my best to observe, you know. If I go to a bingy and my head is to be covered and you mustn't wear pants, then I will do that, you know. Even over time, taking on the fullness of Rastafari, I can count how many pants I have in my closet. I probably have 2 pairs of pants, and then outside of like yoga pants. So it's just the journey and what it has taught me and what I want to manifest, because I understand the power of being feminine and being soft. So all of that comes with the attire. But I also see that you can be in your pants as well and still be very soft, because it's the way you carry yourself. So people free.
We're royal.
Yes,
we're royally created and blessed.
Of course, and different. So we have to be allowed to manifest ourselves.
Thank you so much, Carice, and all the best. Who knows? I might come and visit you up 12 Tribe with some locks in a couple years.
Of course. Everybody Rastafari, I know, just when you come to accept it.
I hear that.